the laundromat, and I was just checking the machines, and look what I found. There's a quarter. That's a good start to the week. 1 quarter down. 25 pennies picked up all at one time on the first day of the week for my found change. Woohoo! That's a great start to the week. Thank you, God. Praise Jesus. Got quite the load of water. I need to get moved inside. It did frost last night. Or this morning it was frost on the ground. And, yep. I stopped at the laundromat today, did a load of laundry. And while I was there, I loaded up as much water as I could get. All my empties are full now. Now I just got to get them moved inside. And part of my trick is these 9 steps. They take my oxygen away. I am trying something different. I do have oxygen that is prescribed to me. I just got it this last week. And I am attempting to make the best of it. When I'm in motion, I am trying to test it out and see if it helps me or not to get more done, or helps me to keep my breath. Keone, you leave the poor geeser's lettuce alone. I gotta go move her rock so she can't reach the geeser's lettuce. She's stealing it all. Goodness gracious, Keone. You're a bad pupper dog. Yeah, I know why you don't like her now. Come here. Oh. She's kind of mobile. If she pulls hard enough, she can move that brick. So, I am going to bring her closer up. You can't reach down where I throw the geese's lettuce. So that the poor geesers, you can go get your lettuce now. She won't get to you. She'll leave you alone now. Plus, she's otherwise distracted anyway. Get outside and play on this beautiful day. There she goes. She's gonna drop. Oh, what the heck? She's smart enough though. She just gets a running start and pulls the brick. She just won't do it when I'm watching because she knows she's not supposed to. And she really wants to get to that lettuce. Nope. I'm gonna grab another armload of water bottles and take them inside. Put you down for just a second and bring you right back. There we go. I grabbed 4 of them. You wouldn't think 9 little silly steps would be so much. Take so much oxygen to walk up them, but goodness gracious, it does. And then inside. It is a beautiful day out. My geese are all puffed up because it is cooler. They have lettuce down there. They just choose to be up here by me for a little while. But, woohoo, tucking in and taking a little bit of a rest. But I have my scale out. And this is a brand new scale. I had to order a new scale. My last one broke a couple weeks ago. I ordered another one. You know, I do a lot with the scales just to goof off. It's mostly a lot for my recycling and stuff, but I like to know how much brass I collect and everything. And how much I collect in cans, and I like to weigh a lot of stuff. Well, today I'm gonna go down to the garden, and the couple zucchinis that I just let grow to see how big they can get. We had our first frost last night, at least that I saw, and so I am gonna go pick them, and I am gonna give one of them to the chickens today. I'll bring you back when I get down to the garden area. I'll just take you to the garden area. It ain't that far. Whew, but all my paths are blocked just because I am disorganized right now. Moving things around and trying to get reorganized on some things. My little steps. I still got carrots in the ground. I need to get them up and out. Didn't expect much out of them, but I think I'm going to do better than I expected. And when I say I didn't do this. This is Kara. Kara planted these. I just am going to harvest them. So she planted them. We both got busy and didn't do a whole lot with the garden this year. She was using some of it for the chickens and everything, but for the most part, the garden just kind of went on its own. And I'm going to try to get it cleaned up before we get snow on the ground. I do have, like, from here down that have somewhat potatoes in them. I need to get them out of the ground so that they don't start disease growing. So I will be working on that. Need to get this covered today so that it will dry out. The ground will dry out, and I'll get that done today. Also, I'll get some of these little things put up and some plastic put on top of it. Heading on over. So here are some squash that I just let grow. Didn't do anything with. Snow peas. But right there's the biggest one. And that's the one I really want to get the weight of. So this is the plastic that will get put over those potatoes. And look at that. Oh, I hope I didn't ruin that. I didn't know it was down here. Get that broke. Get my pocket knife out and get it broke. See if I can do it without. Oh my goodness. I don't want to ruin that. I really like those watering cans. This is what happens when you just don't pay attention. Too much happening. Can't pay attention to everything. We'll get that to dump out. Hopefully I didn't ruin it. I don't think it froze hard enough that it would have broke any of the seals. But I'm gonna cut down all of these sunflower trees. My sunflower trees. Cut them down and get them out of my way so I can walk around that way. I'll bring you back when I get that done. And there, I've made it. So that is the zucchini right there. That is a nice big old zucchini. Look at that boy. Woohoo. Fairly good sized. Here's a couple small zucchini. they're ready to go become chicken feed as well. 3 of them over here, at least. Whew. Now I have harvested quite a few and already fed them to the chickens, but this is the end of them. Try to get them before they get totally destroyed. The tops are already, sorry about that. Tops are already pretty soft and gross. Those 3 will go to the chickens. I have some beets here as well. Look at that. It's a nice beet. Get those harvested today. I don't know if and them being frozen is going to hurt them or not, but I'll get them all harvested up. Got a whole bunch more beets here too. I know carrots, you can leave them in the ground just fine, but as long as they don't freeze too hard, I think they're fine. But not sure about the beets. Again, hopefully they're not ruined. Probably let them go too long. One day too long. It was kind of a hard frost last night. An ending frost for everything. I have some snow peas that I'll zoom in on it. So they don't taste good anymore. They haven't tasted good for quite a while, so I just quit picking them. And I was gonna let them grow. Just leave them on the pods as long as possible to see if I could get seeds out of them. And try them again next year and see if they'll actually germinate. I got quite a few of them out here. I'll pick off and I'll see how to store them, read up and see maybe if I know you can save seeds, so I just never have tried on these to ever save the seeds. Never had this good of a crop either though, so this might be a good batch to try to keep the seeds going on, because this is the best we've ever done on these this year. And there again, it was just the right year because we didn't do anything for them. I think we watered maybe once or twice. I don't know exactly how many times Kara watered, but I can tell you I only watered plants twice. And then it wasn't that I lost interest, I lost energy, and I just couldn't get everything done. So I prioritized other things over this for the year, just because I figured that it was a lost cause anyway. So, but I'm hoping next year that my situation, my overall situation's not going to change, but I hope that my life situation will change enough where I have time for my garden and to do it. And I think I'm getting forced into that, no matter what I really want. I do believe that my work career is coming to an end, slowly but surely, and I'm going to have more time to focus on the garden, which in my case, it'll be really important for me to grow a garden just because of financial situations and everything. I'll have to focus more on providing for myself even more if at all possible. So anyway, I don't want to get into that. I don't want to go there. I'm here to enjoy my time. Hey, that isn't food. That's gravel. You know that, right? Miss Lady Geese? Hey, Geeser. Geeser friend. I feed you. I do. You don't need to eat gravel. You don't need to eat rocks. You have a whole dish of food. You fill in your crops so that you can break up your food. Is that what you're doing? You getting the little pebbles? I hope that's what they're after. Anyway, my geese are friends. Let's go to feeding the chickens, huh? I'm gonna make it over to the chickens and then I'll bring you back. So even wearing the oxygen, it's a slow process. I still haven't even gotten all my water inside yet. It's a slow process, and that is why I had to make decisions this summer about what I did with my garden. Just a slow process. Oh well, I'm gonna get a couple more bottles hauled inside and then take weights off of those zucchini and then take a trip over to the chickens. All right, so here we go. I got these 3 squash. Let's see how much they weigh. Let's start with the little one first. The little one first, huh? Turn on the scale. Let's see. See if we can read it. Yep. Pounds, ounces. Here we go. 5 pounds, 3 ounces for that first one. And it's a little one, the littlest of them. And that would make good zucchini bread and stuff, but yeah, again, I'm at a position where I'm just not, time, energy, I still have to save as much energy as I can for work, because that's how I pay my hospital bills, my doctor bills. So I won't be able to put extra time into this kind of stuff maybe next year. Anyway, here we go. So 6 pounds, 10 ounces. The chickens are definitely going to enjoy this though. And just letting them grow, that was the whole intention of just letting them grow, is at least the chickens would be able to enjoy them. Oh boy. All right. This one's gonna be, I'm gonna guess, this one's 12 pounds. Feeling it. Wow, I did really good. Holy cow. See? Yep, even that takes your breath away. And I ain't doing nothing. Sad, sad days. Anyway, here we go. Look at that. I did good. You think I weighed that before, but I didn't. I promise you I didn't. 12 pounds, 1 ounce. Woohoo. Very nice. All right, I'm gonna take that littlest one over to the chickens and feed it to them as a treat. So here we go. I just bring the 5-gallon jugs in here. I have a 35-gallon tank inside. This is just kind of extra water. I can generally keep the little bottles filled up from grabbing a bottle or 2 a day at work as I go. But this just affords me extra in the wintertime if for some reason I can't bring water home. If I get stuck here, I'll have extra water. And that's what I have at this cabin. I'd like to have a 100-gallon tank here. Well, I just can't afford to buy that tank. So I'm gonna hold off on that. It would be nice, because it's a dry cabin. if I do get stuck here, it'd be nice to have a 100-gallon tank and not just 35-gallon tank. This is what I used to haul all the water home in. When I would go to town, I'd just fill this tank up and then transfer it. And Marissa has a 100-gallon tank in her cabin, and it's really nice to have. But this is what I used to keep that water tank filled with when we lived over there. Now I don't have a need because I use the 5-gallon jugs because it's just easier. This would always, the outlet would always freeze on the way home in the wintertime and stuff, and you'd always have to get a hair dryer or a heat gun out to thaw that out before. And I was afraid that it was going to break and ruin the tank, getting it warm like that, causing all that stress. So I was able to collect a whole bunch of these 5-gallon water jugs that just over time, anytime I saw them at garage sales or whatever, I'd pay $1 or $2 for them and collect them up. And I have enough of them now that I can generally keep my tanks full. It works out good for me. Just one of the ways that I collected things up over the years and just kept getting them just in cases. And I'm certainly glad that I have my just in cases now, because this is the case for them. And while I was at the laundromat today, I got 4 5-gallon jugs, or I took 4 5-gallon jugs with me for water. And this one's looking a little bit green and gross, so I am not going to dump that water into my tank. What I'm going to do is clean that jug out. I filled it all the way up full. I'll put bleach water in there. I'll let it soak for a couple of days. I'll drain that out. I'll dump a little bit more water in there and swish it around. I'll mark this jug as being bleached and on that date. And then when I go fill up probably next Sunday with water, I will rinse it out really, really good and fill it up, and then I'll be able to use the water out of that again. But for now, I won't be using that for this tank. But those 2 jugs are just fine. I'll get those hauled in next, and then move along with other chores, other little things that I want to get accomplished today. I was able to get 4 eggs today. 5 of them, but one of them had such a thin shell when I went to pick it up. My finger went through it. So they definitely need more oyster shell. I've been giving them oyster shell. Just have to add more to it and see if I can get them back up to where they're supposed to be. They're going through a molt, obviously. So, I mean, they're looking a lot better than they were. Hopefully they're almost out of it. A couple of them are pretty rough still, though. Like that one and that one, they're pretty rough. And anyway, pretty rough. Get their feathers in before we get really cold. I hope. Be warm for the winter and happy. And even if they don't give me eggs during the winter, I just want them to be happy and healthy. And they'll give me eggs again next summer. Happy. But I'm going to get back over. My oxygen tank is empty, so I'm going to get back over, and I still have more stuff to get done. So yeah, about that oxygen tank. So they say it takes about 4 hours for one of my tanks to fill, and at the rate that I take oxygen out, it takes about an hour. A tank will last me about an hour and a half. So there's no way I can keep my tanks, my 2 tanks that they gave me. I can't fill an empty one up fast enough to keep oxygen all the time going. So when my tanks run out, I have 2 choices: either suffer with low oxygen or slow down what I'm doing even more and not get stuff done. So I have to figure out a workaround around that. And the machine that fills the oxygen tanks is too loud for me to keep running all night long. But if I can let it run when I'm awake enough so that the next day I have 2 full tanks, then at least I get 3 hours worth of working done. I don't know. We'll see. It's learning. I'm figuring it out. Maybe I just have to ask for another tank and see if they charge extra for that or not. Man, this thing is loud. You try to sleep with that thing running. Oh, good luck with that. So, I'm waiting for this full light to light up so I can switch bottles over. It has been 3 hours so far filling up this tank. At least 3 hours. There's still sunlight somewhat, but it is chilly now. Got to get inside. I got laundry still to hang up. And I got to get a fire built in the cabin. And get dishes done. Hopefully I get the dishes done tonight too. I got a lot to do still. It's never enough time in my day and energy to get it done. Oh, and that ladder's got to come off the side of the cabin. That's been up there all week. I keep telling myself I need to get it off. I'm going to do that next. So they weren't lying. It is about 4 hours to fill that tank. Oh boy. But I'm going to get that other tank on here now. And that'll mean the other tank will be full at about 8 o'clock tonight. If I let it run that long. This is really loud and irritating to me. So I don't know that I'll let it fill that long. But we will see. I do know that once it is almost full, it won't plug in to be, it won't allow you to fill it anymore. You just have to use the tank down and then fill it. So pretty much have to use the tank down to nothing, fill it, and let it all fill up in one go. It seems like to me from what they were saying. So we'll see if I can put up with it for 4 more hours, this noise inside the cabin, because it's a small cabin. I can't hide from it anywhere. I don't simply have another room to go put this in. Well, look at that. 7:30 and we are full. So I'm gonna shut this thing off. Happy days. The kitty cats will be happy. Oh goodness. And there's peace and quiet in the house again. Oh, happy days. Happy days. Praise Jesus. Thank you. Yep, so that's just about where I'm going to end this video. Getting pretty long. I just want to thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I am out.